bow your head. Lord, as we gather today to mark the beginning of a new journey for these students, we pause to give thanks. Thank you for the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to serve. We ask for your guidance as these future healthcare professionals take their first steps into a life of service, compassion, and integrity. Bless each student with wisdom to seek knowledge, courage to face challenges, and humility to learn from every experience. May their hands bring healing, their hearts offer comfort, and their minds remain open to the ever-evolving world of medicine. Let this white coat be more than a symbol. It is a promise to uphold the values of empathy, respect, and excellence. May they wear it with honor, and may it remind them daily of the responsibility they carry and the lives they will touch. We ask for strength for their mentors, their families, and all who support them. May this journey be filled with purpose, discovery, and joy. Amen.
Good morning. For those of you that I have not met, I'm Dr. Carrie Matthews, the Division Chair for Nursing, and we welcome all of you here today. So the White Coat Ceremony is a momentous event in celebrating the transition from didactic coursework into clinical education. The ceremony calls particular attention to your choice to be in a part of a profession that will build your scientific knowledge, your clinical discernment, your professionalism, and nursing identity that will include the passion for nursing, as well as the ability to provide unmatched and unparalleled patient care. Medical professionals, the white coat represents a commitment to scientific rigor and compassionate care, while identifying the wearer as a member of our community of professionals. It's a badge of honor and a rite of passage after many hard hours of hard work and dedication to get you to this moment. So congratulations. Now, Dr. Martha Reuter is going to come and talk a little bit more about the history of the white coat ceremony.
Good morning. So I just want to share a little history with you. So the white coat ceremony began in the 1990s, and the very first full-fledged white coat ceremony was conducted at Columbia University Medical School in 1993, and that was where Dr. Arnold P. Gold was a pediatric neurologist, and he was the one that started the ceremony. He felt that the Hippocratic Oath, which was traditionally said at the end of a program, should be cited earlier at the start of the student's clinical training as a way to emphasize the significance of those first steps into the clinical arena. And to highlight the importance of the compassion and the humanistic patient-centered care aspect of healthcare. So since then, the white coat ceremonies have become popular in medical schools and allied health schools across the country. They've extended into many other healthcare professionals, physical therapy, respiratory therapy, etc. So in 2014, the Arnold P. Gold Foundation partnered with the American Colleges of Nursing to promote and support white coat ceremonies throughout the United States. Now, more than 32 years later, white coat ceremonies are a traditional rite of passage for other allied health and medical colleges across the country. And I imagine they're here to stay. It's a wonderful rite of passage. Thank you. So we want to turn the platform over to Ms. Macy Wade, who's the Chief Nursing Officer at HCA Gulf Coast Hospital, for her congratulatory remarks.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. How excited are you? Okay. Well, I'm Macy Wade, and again, I'm the Chief Nursing Officer at HCA Florida Gulf Coast Hospital. Hopefully one day to be your future employer. Can't lose an opportunity to say that. But it's a privilege to stand here in front of you today and share a few pearls of wisdom from my 23 years in healthcare. It is it just feels like it was yesterday that I was sitting where you are right now. Time passes so quickly, but as you prepare to step into the most notable and impactful profession in the world, I just want to start off by saying how proud I am of you. You will have spent and have probably already spent countless years studying, practicing, persevering. You've memorized or will memorize lab values, mastered plans of care, spent countless hours at clinicals, often running on caffeine, compassion, and sheer determination. And now here you are, ready to move forward yet again. But as you prepare this next chapter, I want to leave you with a few pearls of wisdom. Small lessons polished by experience, meant to remind you of the beauty and purpose of what you do. My first pearl that I would like to share with you is compassion is your greatest tool. Technology changes, procedures evolve, and medicine advances every single day. But compassion will always remain at the heart of nursing. You will care for people on some of the hardest days of their lives. They may forget your name. They may. I will tell you, being in healthcare, many of them don't. They will remember you forever. But they will also never forget how you made them feel safe, seen, and cared for. Never underestimate the power of a gentle touch, a kind word, or a moment of patience. Those small acts often carry more healing power than any medication you can administer. Compassion isn't just who you are, it's what you do. It's what we live. Nursing is a calling, and it will sustain you even in the hardest of days. The second pearl I'd like to share with you is you won't always have the answers, and that's okay. Nursing is a lifelong learning. You will encounter moments of uncertainty, times when you question yourself, and situations that just don't go by the book. When that happens, remember this: every great nurse started where you are right now. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to make mistakes, as long as you learn from them. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed, because that means you care deeply about doing things right. Knowledge grows with time, but wisdom comes from experience, humility, and the courage to keep learning. The third pearl I'd like to share with you is take care of yourself as fiercely as you care for others. As nurses, you will give so much of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally. You'll work long hours. You'll comfort the grieving families. You'll show up for patients even on your hardest days. But please remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritize rest. Take your breaks. Eat something that did not come from a vending machine. Find joy outside of your scrubs. Laugh often. Cry when you need to. Because self-care isn't selfish. It's survival. The world needs your heart and your healing hands, but also needs your wholeness. My fourth pearl that I want to share with you is teamwork makes miracles happen. No nurse works alone. Behind every life saved is a team. Nurses, doctors, techs, countless others who come together for a shared purpose. You will quickly learn that communication and collaboration are as vital as any clinical skill. Support one another, ask for help when you need it, and offer help when someone else does. Celebrate each other's victories and lift each other up when the shift feels endless. When healthcare professionals work together with respect, unity, miracles happen every single day. And my fifth and most important pearl is never forget your why. What I just handed you is part of an initiative that we've just started at our hospital. And so what I have asked for my team is for them to share a pearl of wisdom with me in exchange for a pearl. So on that charm I just gave you, there is a pearl. And what I have loved so much is my team, I've been able to sit down with them, and there's a lot of them. There's about 1,400 employees. But what we mistakenly do is we go and we work every day alongside of each other, and we don't pause long enough to know what each other's why is. And so if you walk around my hospital here in the next semesters, you will see staff wearing this charm, this pearl, with some other things. They're celebrating each other right now. But just remember that they also shared with us their pearl of wisdom. So please take the time and not just remember your why, but learn each other's why as well. There will be nights when you leave work exhausted, wondering if you can keep going. There will be moments when you feel unseen or unappreciated, but in those moments, pause and remember why you began this journey. Remember that first spark, that deep desire to help, to comfort, to make a difference. Hold on to that. It will carry you through the hardest shifts and remind you what you do truly does matter. Because it does. Every bandage you wrap, every chart you complete, every patient you comfort, it all matters. You will change lives, often in ways you'll never know. So as you move forward to today, and your coats are placed on you, in which we are so very proud of, I want you to remember these few pearls of wisdom that I shared with you today. Lead with compassion, keep learning, care for yourself, lean on your teams, and never forget your why. You are joining a family, a proud, courageous, and compassionate community of nurses who will make the world better every single day. And we are so happy that you are joining that family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Macy. And every one of those is an absolute certainty in nursing, I promise you. And you will find that out when you start your clinical rotations in the next week or so. Now we want to take a few minutes to honor a student that unfortunately we lost last week. And today, as we gather to celebrate the milestone of your journey toward becoming compassionate healthcare professionals, we also pause to honor the memory of your beloved classmate who no longer is unfortunately with us, Destiny Thomas. Though her white coat will remain unworn, her spirit, kindness, and dedication will continue to inspire us all. Her presence enriched this class in many ways. Her laughter, perseverance, and care for others. Take all of those things into your clinical practice with you next week, and let her spirit live on in each of you and the care that you will continue to provide. So as we don your white coats today, let us carry her spirit forward and remember the profound impact one life can have on so many. And we will continue to lift her up. We are very fortunate today to have her husband Lance and her son Kurt with us. We certainly extend our condolences for their great losses and are so happy that they were able to join us today. She also had 2 other children, her daughter Hannah, and she had another son, Buddy. And we will continue to lift them up in prayer and remember them always. And if we could ever be of any use or assistance, we absolutely would love that. We also put together a shadow box of remembrances of Destiny. It's got a badge, her badge. It's got a few things that remind us of what being a nurse is. It's got the programs from here today that we will give them when we finish today, as well as a picture of her and some of her classmates. And also, I thought it would be nice if a couple of her friends here in your class came up and said a few words about her, so I'm going to invite them up if they'll come.
Even though we didn't get the chance to know Destiny for very long, we'll always remember her as one of the kindest and most joyful people in our class. She never met a stranger, and she welcomed everyone with warmth and made you feel like you belonged. She had such a light about her, always smiling and always uplifting others. She believed so deeply, and I know she would have been an incredible nurse because caring for others just came so naturally to her. We would send her TikToks, and she always called them Tic Tacs, but she was so excited to get a tablet with a pen like the cool kids. They're small things, but it shows how her playful spirit and how she could make even the simplest moments so much fun.
She loved her family so deeply that it felt like through her stories, we knew them all too. That was the kind of love in her heart and who Destiny was. Destiny shared with us something that her daughter had told us that will stick with us for life and push us to be better and to never stop short of our dreams. She said, when you think about quitting, to imagine how you feel right now, worried, tired, stressed, and then to imagine how much worse you would feel if you actually quit. She will always be remembered as part of our class and will graduate with us in spirit. Though she is gone too soon, her joy, her faith, her kindness, and her love will stay with us forever.
Thank you all. So again, take that light with you into the clinical areas when you start next week, and take the compassion, the care that you will provide for your patients, and let her live on through your practice every day. Okay? All right, now I'm going to put all of your white/green coats on you. So I'm going to ask Ms. Hobbs to come up and Dr. Reuter. And then Ms. Greider is going to come and she's going to say your name. And as she says your name, if you'll walk across the front here toward Dr. Reuter and hand her your jacket, she's going to help you put that on.
Annika Acharya. Nicholas Ake. Kirtan Akins. Christy Anderson. Caitlin Asher. Taylor Beach. Kylie Canone. Harvey Carmichael. Brisa Carrera Rojas. Carrie Carty. Madison Cobb. Shannon Coleman. Destiny Coley. Hannah DaCosta. Christopher Diamond. Nancy Enriquez. Alexia Evans. Chaley Freeman. Olivia Glover. Mary Elizabeth Goldsby. Delaney Gray. Alice Griffith. Katie Grothman. Lindsay Gerganis. Addison Hoffman. Braden Holt. Amber Hood. Sarah Infinger. Shanicia James. Noah Johnson. Madeline Jordan. Devin Joyner. Kaya King. Megan Kramer. Ashley Kwasnick. Lana Litio. Morgan Marshall. Jillian Modisett. Grace Nelson. Stiletto Olasquaga. Aaron Piepert. Michaela Pulliam. Sarah Rodriguez. Stephanie Salvery. Skylar Sanders. Kaylin Sasser. Jody Lee Saunders Harvey. Madison Schwartz. Gavin Sessions. Skylar Sharby. Alexis Siggins. Melissa Smith. Madison Tartar. Isabella Tidwell. Vi Tom. Adeline Tuttle. Andrea Bacaflor. Maria Vahan. Alexis Walker. Jacob Walker. Rachel Watson. Sierra Weaver. Haley Webb. Wetmore. Brooke White. Kylie Williams. Berkeley Wise. Molly Young. Let's hear it for these future nurses.
We are so proud of each and every one of you and the nursing professionals you are becoming. So now Dr. Shelley Thornton, she is a RN to BSN faculty member. She's going to come and read a letter about it that a nurse wrote that has some very true statements in it. So we'll let her read that.
Dear future nurse, you have 30 seconds in a hallway to pass through. They won't tell you that in nursing school. Yesterday, I walked into a room and told a wife that her husband didn't have a heartbeat while she cried over top of me as I did my assessment. My hands trembled as I took the stethoscope to his chest, knowing what death looks like and seeing it when I entered the room. That part never gets easier. The lump in my throat grew bigger and bigger as I recalled all the moments I had with this patient over the past week, the good and the bad. I felt as if I were going to be sick when I remembered his smiling face, waving at me through the window on the door just days before. The same window where I saw him taking his last breaths that morning. I walked out of the room and into the hallway they don't tell you about in nursing school. I took his wife down to the car in a wheelchair as tears ran down her face, and as I was helping her into her vehicle, she looked up at me and said, "What am I supposed to do now?" You won't have all the answers to the questions you are asked. No lecture, no test can prepare you for these kind of moments. You have 30 seconds in a hallway to pass through, the hallway where you have to compose yourself and move on to the next patient. I then came back to the floor and went into another patient's room as if I didn't just crumble between those two doors. I had to pack her up because she graduated from my unit and she was being moved to another floor. This is a really good moment, a happy moment. Take this one in. She told me I was beautiful. Right here, you could do a quick vision or neuro check that you learned how to do in school. And she made me laugh with her witty jokes about a cute boyfriend. She won't know how much I needed that laugh. She's going to be all right after a long struggle with her illness. Pushing that same wheelchair, I transport her to her new room, and we laugh and we joke even more. Once we are there and I'm helping her into her bed, she looks up at me and says, "What am I supposed to do now?" You might have an answer to this one, but no lecture or test can prepare you for these moments either. Back to your floor, back through the hallway, because you have other patients to take care of now. You might have the book smart. You might have those critical thinking skills. However, if you don't have the heart, the compassion, the will to fight each and every one of your patients' battles as if they were your own, please choose something else. Because if you think nursing school is hard, I promise you to be a nurse can be so much harder. Nothing, no one prepared me for the 30 seconds I would have to compose myself from room to room. 30 seconds to go from death to a celebration. 30 seconds to go from bad news to great news. 30 seconds to go from being yelled at to being the best thing that could happen to a patient. 30 seconds in a hallway to pass through that they won't tell you about in nursing school. So as nurses, we're privileged to be a part of some of the best moments, but also some of the saddest moments in our patients' lives. And we must handle these moments with compassion, but also with composure. Congratulations on starting your clinical rotations, where you will be able to apply the things that you've learned so far, and where you will become an active participant in all of these moments, whether they're good or bad. Okay? Is it challenging? It is. But be the nurse that you would want in those moments, whether good or bad. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Thornton. After we finish today, the Student Nurses Association will provide you all lunch, and our amazing clinical partner, HCA Florida Gulf Coast, they have provided you dessert for your lunch. So we'll make sure that each of you get that as you leave today, okay? We're going to let Ms. Hobbs come back and say our benediction. And again, we are so proud of each of you. We wish you well. We're all behind you 1,000,000%. And if there's anything that you all need, please let us know. Before Ms. Hobbs comes, we're going to let Dr. Reuter come up, and she's going to lead you all in the white coat oath that you all will take as you're heading out into the clinical facility next week.
Please bow your heads. Lord, as we conclude this meaningful ceremony, we thank you for the gift of this moment, a beginning filled with hope, purpose, and promise. Thank you so much for each one of these students. I know that this last week has been a lot of different emotions. Thank you, Macy Wade, for your words and your guidance for these students as well. We are so proud of them and their hard work they've had to put in. Please be with them as they continue in the profession of nursing and caring for individuals. Be with them as they provide hope and strength to patients, wipe away tears, care for the lonely, and provide comfort to those who need it. Remind them to treat all patients with care and compassion. Provide them with strength when the days are tough, and remind them why they chose the profession of nursing. Guide their minds, their hands, and their hearts, and give them strength to face the days ahead. Let this ceremony be a reminder that they are not alone, that they will walk the path with purpose, guided by knowledge, compassion, and the calling to serve. In your name I pray, amen.